Talk, talk. IUP. It's all talk. Hey, it's all talk. Work hard, work hard. It's all talk. Hey, it's all talk. What we do? Hey, it's all talk. Spread the word. It's all talk. Read all about it. Look, hawk talk, spread diversity. Gonna make it happen for the students, it's our destiny. This is how we better IUP and community. Hawk talk, bring the culture together, it's like community. Conclusively, we work together better as one. Let's make a change and do it big and get the mission done. It's hawk talk, so make sure that you tell somebody. We gotta stay connected, educate everybody. It's hawk talk. It's all talk. It's all talk. It's all talk. It's all talk. What we do? It's all talk. Educate everybody. It's all talk. It's all talk.
Hey everyone, it's your girl Samaya.
Faye La Soul.
Tassan.
And I'm Chuck.
And this is
Culture Struggle.
So today we're just going to get right into it with the latest news that is happening right now.
Super Bowl 53 was this past Sunday. The Patriots and the Rams had a great game, and it was a stalemate until the end, where the Patriots pulled away for the win. The Patriots now have 6 Super Bowl wins, tied with one of the most prolific NFL franchises ever, the Steelers. But there was a lot of controversy with the Super Bowl, and people protesting. Why is it that we can watch this game, but when it comes to Kaepernick, are we really standing with him or overlooking the issue?
I think that when it comes to football, like everybody likes to watch football, and you grow up watching it, so like all of a sudden we all want to stop watching it. I feel like it's going to take a little bit of time for us to completely stand with or kneel with Kaepernick.
Yeah, I really agree with him. Like he said, football has been a really, really big thing in America for like years now. So it will take some time for people to like just one day just stop watching football and maybe boycotting it. That's like, I don't want to say it's a bit overdoing it, but it's like, it's football, it's America. It's like, you know?
Yeah.
I kind of doubt that everybody's going to stop watching football. Like, that's not going to happen just because one person. I mean, it's a real reason, but like, that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Like for me, like I've been watching football my whole life, so I'm going to watch the Super Bowl when it comes on. And I stand behind Kaepernick, I get what's going on, but I just feel like the general public isn't really going to conform to that yet because it's something so new, it's something so radical. So I kind of feel like we are standing behind him, we support him, but if we do watch the Super Bowl, it's like you kind of can't help it. It's already been ingrained in the system, so it's like.
And the commercials.
Yeah, those commercials are really, really big, and the advertisements and stuff.
They're funny.
Those are big.
Yeah.
Loving hip-hop star Yandy Smith was recently supporting the human rights of inmates who are stuck in freezing temperatures for almost 6 days. Smith was protesting outside of the jail, communicating with inmates who reportedly did not receive blankets.
You see the window back there? Turn the heat on! Turn out the windows. We love you! Turn that heat on! Turn that heat on! Turn that heat on!
So I just have to know, what do you guys think about this? Like, I gotta know. This is something. This is deep.
Well, I saw the video on social media,
Yeah.
and I was in awe. I was like, wow, so they're really in there freezing because they were really like knocking on the jail cells. Like, it was crazy.
She would like, she had like an intercom thing, and she would ask like, bang on the window if you received your blankets, bang on the window if you didn't. And a lot of people, I guess they didn't receive it. Crazy.
Man, I feel like it's been going on for so long. We know that it's been happening.
Yeah.
It's just being brought to our attention more.
Wait, I didn't see the video. I seen like the picture where she was squinting, but like, I didn't know this was happening. I didn't know they did stuff like that.
They maced her.
Yeah, they've been treating the inmates terribly. For a long
Some
time.
people don't receive medications.
Wow.
People have like diabetes and stuff who need like shots. Some people don't get that stuff.
I mean,
So
it's kind of like they do it because they feel like they're criminals and
But not,
they
let's be
deserve
real.
stuff like that. But
Not everybody who's in jail. So you mean to tell me everybody who's in jail right now killed somebody? There's some people in jail who for not paying a ticket. There's some people in jail for showing up late to court. Like there's people in jail for minor things that's getting treated horribly, which should not be happening.
Also, there's a
Yeah.
lot of people in jail who are innocent.
That too.
You're right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the one thing we keep saying is people. So they're people. So they need blankets, they need medicine, all that stuff. And to be limited to not getting those things,
That's inhumane.
that's
To
inhumane.
be absurd.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
Empire star Jesse Smollett was recently hospitalized in Chicago. His attackers beat him, poured an unknown chemical substance on him, and looped the rope around his neck. Many are questioning whether this attack was a MAGA attack or a homophobic attack. How do you guys feel about this situation?
I feel like just because of his sexuality, that no one deserves to be treated like that. Just like I don't know. That's deep.
well, in my opinion, I feel as though regardless of what type of attack it was wrong. If they had a problem with the man, it's America's free speech. They could have just jarred at him. He could have just kept walking, but to actually beat him up, it kind of takes it back to, like, in my head, like an image of the 60s. Because now I think, like, okay, well, if they beat him up because he was black and homophobic, then there's a chance I could be walking down the street and somebody attack me. So what does that say about America?
Today.
Right.
Yeah.
I saw a couple of things amongst the Twitter timeline. Some were saying that this was a made-up hoax.
Whoa.
I don't know how true that is. I feel like, on one hand, celebrities do come up with crazy stories to get some type of spotlight on them. But on the other hand, you definitely have to take into account, why would you make up a story as such? Like,
Yeah, I
it's
feel
a
like it's
little
too
extra.
real. It's too real of a story to. I just want to know, what did they pour on him? What?
Well, I've heard multiple reports say bleach.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's taking it too far. Too far. That's messed up.
Okay. While we're on the topic of Smollett, co-star Cookie Lyons has been out here making money moves. Taraji P. Henson has arrived in Hollywood and marked her territory while receiving a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. What do y'all think is next for Taraji?
Man, she's been killing it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like from like here on out, there's only one way to go for her, and that's up. Like she's been in what was her movies? Baby Boy, Empire. She got a new movie coming out too, where she can read men's thoughts. Like that looks like a dope movie. I want to see that. But she's been doing a whole bunch lately.
Yeah.
What's the one movie when she was like a spy or something like that?
Making Proud Mary or something like that. Was it
Yeah.
Proud Mary?
I
Something
didn't
like
watch that one.
I
I like the
didn't get
one
to see
where
that.
she was crazy. At the
Acrimony.
Ooh, yeah, that was
child.
good. That was good.
How about you just see the one, Think Like a Man?
Oh yeah, she
Yeah.
did a whole
That's a
bunch of
good
stuff, guys. not only just her movies and stuff, but like she stands for people who's like good for positive things and like movements and stuff like that. So she's just, she's more than just an actress or an actor, whatever it is.
Right.
That's sis.
Right. But lastly, it's Black History Month. This is the month to set aside to appreciate the contributions of Black people to America. And as a woman, I would like to give recognition to Super Scent, who is the owner of the Crayon Case makeup cosmetic. And she made $1 million in 90 minutes. So I just have to know, what do you guys think about Black people being on top lately, succeeding? Like, I have to know, what do you think?
1 million?
I want to
Why
see
not?
more.
90 minutes?
I don't know.
Yes,
I
90
want to
minutes.
see more.
Yeah, that's.
So wait, do y'all use her product?
I do. It's good.
No.
No, that sounded shady, but she really does have some good products, and she's been building her brand for a minute now. She used to be on Vine, Facebook, Instagram. I don't know if you guys know Tokyo
Super
Vanity.
Yeah.
She made that. My best friend been, hey, that's her best friend. So, on the internet, she's really known for like speaking her mind and stuff like that. So she's been building her fan base
Super
for
Scent.
some time.
Who's that?
Super Saint.
What she look like?
Ooh, she look like honey. She black.
She black.
She black. She built.
To me, she don't
She's
know.
a BBW.
That's the one with the nails.
No.
Nah,
That's
okay.
the. I think that's.
You talking about the girl? He be like, "What's up, y'all? It's Motivational Wednesday." You
Yeah,
talking about her?
yeah.
That ain't her.
Oh, man.
That's Amber.
Okay.
Oh, she know all of it. Okay.
Well, shout out to Super Scent.
Yeah.
Get your money.
Right.
Unfortunately, that's all the time we have for Culture Struggle. Open up your mind because your mind is a muscle, and until next time,
Life is a culture struggle.
just did Rutgers. Noah dropped the bagel.
I went to sit down and it slipped.
You had one job.
Hey viewers, and welcome to this week's episode of
Media Takeover.
Let's see what all the gossip is about this week.
So recently, 21 Savage was arrested by ICE in Atlanta during Super Bowl weekend for apparently overstaying his 10-year visa. 21 Savage is originally from the UK and came to the US at age 7 in 2005. Why do y'all think ICE came now just to approach the situation?
Okay, so honestly, I don't have like an actual thing on why he did it, but I feel like maybe he alerted them or something. He could have broke the law.
I'm still thinking, well, out of all places, the UK he's from. I thought he'd be somewhere else at least, but the UK.
Well, I actually think it's because he recently spoke out about immigration, so it kind of just made more attention go towards him. Yeah.
And I just feel like, now he's doing so much stuff for the community, so it's like they're noticing him more, and like what she said, that he spoke about immigration. So now I feel like the spotlight is really on him now that he's doing all of these positive things for the community.
Yeah, which would make sense.
Speaking of 21 Savage, when Demi Lovato made some comments, people came to attack her about her previous drug abuse. Then Tommy Lauren made a joke, and Nicki Minaj tweeted at Tommy and said, "Your obsession with our culture is scary, to say the least. I hate giving you the attention you so desperately crave." Laughing at people getting deported as if your ancestors discovered America. Are you Native American, you clown? How do y'all feel about this situation?
I don't think deportation is anything to joke with, because that's a real serious situation and that's people's lives. So I don't think, if you don't have nothing to help the situation or say anything to help the situation, I don't feel like you should make jokes about it or anything like that.
Yeah, cause at the end of the day, it's he got a family, he got 3 kids and his mom and everything. He got to worry about them and how, if he really get deported, how they gonna all go and get to the UK, or where they gonna live at and all that.
And I feel like, at this time, Donald Trump's president, so deportation and immigration laws are nothing to be playing about. It's serious. He's trying to get immigrants out of here.
Okay, I know deportation is a serious thing. I do agree with that 100%, but I don't agree with people coming at Demi like that, because she did tweet something, but she really wasn't making fun of him. It was more of her coming at the Super Bowl if you really look at her tweet. But then again, I do understand where people are coming from.
Speaking of Nicki Minaj, DJ Envy admitted to blackballing Nicki Minaj's music. What are your thoughts on him not playing her music? How do y'all feel about it? She got into an incident with DJ Self. He's a DJ from New York, and she spoke about his roster. So I guess because they're affiliated from New York, how that ties into, he feels like he's his brother. So his beef was his beef, and I guess he really just stopped playing Nicki's music.
That's petty.
Well, yeah, and I think that's his personal opinion, his personal feelings towards Nicki Minaj. I don't think he can just blackball her from radio altogether, so.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, if it's his station, what are you gonna do about it?
True.
But I did listen to her 2 new songs, and I would say they could be bops, I guess.
What, Barbie Dream and Barbie Gone Bad?
Yeah.
Or Barbie Drip and Barbie Gone Bad?
I don't know how I feel about it. I just feel like it's not the same old Nicki. Old Nicki was fire, but now it just seems like she's trying too hard to me.
You feel like she's getting old, or she just keep rapping the same, she's not switching. It's she's not switching something up or making something different.
Yeah.
I feel like she was petty for that one song Going Bad. She did that out of pettiness because Drake and me, her I guess brother and her ex did a song together.
Yeah, that was kind of petty.
Honestly, I think Nicki Minaj is just a petty person in general, and that's what I don't agree with about her, but a lot of people are petty, so.
And you know how bitter exes be. I'm not saying she's bitter because I love Nicki, but females tend to be bitter about, males that, they linked up with before, and, they hanging out and they're doing good things. So, it could be a bitter thing, she's just upset.
Yeah, Nicki's a big upset.
In the midst of his rap beef with New York City rapper Don Q, Tory Lanez brings Love and Hip Hop star Dream Doll into the feud. In the song, Tory brags about his sexual relations with Dream Doll, which calls her to make a diss record of her own. Do you guys think it's bad for men to pillow talk or mention names?
So I think it's bad, but then again, females do it too. I don't believe in that whole kissing and telling thing, but like I said, females do the same thing too. So I don't know who did what to who first, but somebody was triggered.
I feel I don't know, as a man, you shouldn't be going out, running your mouth about what happens in the bedroom. Like, you feel me? Like, that's just like, it's what happens in closed doors should stay behind closed doors.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like that's your business, and what happened between you and that person, that's what y'all do. You don't need to put it on a record. Like, people didn't need to know that.
Yeah, I agree. Like, that goes back to what you were saying. Like, you're a man. So it's like, how would you feel if somebody did that to your mom, your sister, your aunt? And it's like, wow, like, what was the motive? Like, dropping names because you slept with a female, that's like clown stuff. Like, you won't do that. Like, we're not supposed to at all.
That's a good way to look at it.
No, for real, like, it really is. You don't name drop. Male, female, I think that's like so corny to name drop who you was messing with. Like,
I think it's for like the attention, or just to say just to get credit for doing it.
But still, that don't make nobody wanna like mess with you. Like, that's corny. Like, they're looking at it like, oh, you're name dropping. Like, oh, let me stay away from him. Like, she's name dropping. Let me stay away from her. So it's like, what was you getting at with the whole name dropping?
But the way this industry is, people still gonna go to that person just because.
That's true as well. That's definitely true. But for me, I don't think it's a good look at all.
I think his reason for name dropping Dream Doll's name is because he was actually coming at Don Q. It wasn't like he was coming at Dream Doll specifically. It was just, he was trying to say, basically what he said in the rap was Don Q had to spin the bag to, you know, I guess, had sexual relations with Dream Doll, meanwhile he didn't. So that was his whole reason for saying that, not like he wanted to just put Dream Doll on blast. But you are right, it is wrong to do it, period.
But I still feel like, even with your, like, I get what you're saying, like with the lyrics and stuff, I still just feel like, what was the purpose of mentioning, oh, you had to spin a bag to get with Dream Doll? Like, what was you getting at with that? Like, that's corny, and it just makes you look like a clown. At the end of the day, even if you did have to spin a bag, you didn't have to spin a bag, so why should you care? Like, it don't pertain to you, you're not making money off of it, so that's how I feel about it.
I can see how you feel like, you supposed to be beefing with Don Q, they just gonna bring my name into it. That's how I think she was feeling, like, damn, like.
I just feel like if he's coming at Don Q, why? Like you said, why he had to bring her up for? Like, you know what I mean? The issue is with him, not her.
And other news, Cardi B turns down the Super Bowl halftime show, but still participated in Super Bowl related events. What's your thoughts on that?
I thought that was corny because I feel like her purpose behind not performing at the Super Bowl should have been her purpose for not performing at any Super Bowl related events. Because it's like, if you're gonna stand for something, stand for it all the way, not just like, say I'm just not gonna do the Super Bowl because I'm gonna look bad if I do the Super Bowl. Like, just don't participate at all.
I feel like money was involved in it. If she, I think the reason she didn't keep to her work, it was like a bag behind it or something like that.
So you're saying, wait, you think she didn't do the Super Bowl because money-wise? Or?
No, she did related things because there was money involved in it.
Yeah, I see that. I see where you're coming from with that.
She does have a daughter. Like she said, she needs cheese for her egg. But you know, at the end of the day, I do get what y'all are saying. Like, if you're going to stand for something, stand for it all the way. Because at the end of the day, we're all looking at it as if we thought the NFL was canceled. So these black people that we're looking up to, these celebrities and these music people, you know, y'all are protesting that y'all don't want to be involved in nothing the NFL is doing. So it's like, you posting up on social media at like after parties and you're participating in this, it's not a good look, because it's like, dang, just forget about the black people and, you know, Colin Kaepernick and what he's standing for and what he's fighting for, like, you know?
Yeah, I see where you're coming from with that too. But that being said, she also did the Pepsi commercial too, though. Do you think, like...
Oh yeah, she was in it.
Yeah, she did the Pepsi commercial. But I feel like when you do a Pepsi commercial, that just goes to show you're big. Like, you're known.
Cause then Beyonce do a Pepsi commercial, like Nicki Minaj, Lady Gaga, didn't they do like Pepsi commercials? So I feel like it's a good look for her. You know, it's a Super Bowl event, you know, the commercials be lit, but still at the end of the day, it wasn't, at this time.
Wrong timing.
Yeah, wrong timing, that wasn't it. Like, it's not a wave.
Well, that's all we have today for Media Takeover. Make sure to watch us next week to keep up with all of the latest gossip. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Welcome to Press Start.
2 players, 1 controller. 2 players, one controller.
Playing Smash, let's go.
No!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Jordan Harris.
I'm Jamaica Mitchell.
And this is Hawk News.
Punxsutawney Phil has given us all something to look forward to after the polar vortex we experienced. The infamous groundhog did not see his shadow on February 2nd, meaning winter will end soon and spring is coming early. Let's hope the forecast proved true.
On Tuesday, February 5th, a student from IUP's identity was stolen. The hacker created an identical Instagram page with the same bio, pictures, and an identical ad name. They only changed one letter. The hacker began messaging the student's family, friends, and students from on campus in an attempt to lure them into sex trafficking. The student's real Instagram name is Shar's Creation. The hacker's page ad name is Shar's Creation with 2 eyes. Another way to tell the difference is to look at the number of followers on each page. The student's page has well over 1,000 followers, while the impersonator only has about 100. So if this person attempts to follow or DM you, simply block and report the page.
On February 5th, at the State of the Union, President Trump gave his awaited speech. Though some topics were not covered, Trump addressed the economy, immigration, women's achievement, healthcare, foreign policy, and bipartisanship. He made no direct statement on where they stand on funding for the wall or the 35-day government shutdown we had. He has vowed that the wall will be built even though there has been no deal made to receive funding for the $5 billion see-through wall President Trump spoke of. On February 15th, the temporary deal that allows the government to be open will end, leaving the likelihood of another government shutdown or President Trump calling a national state of emergency. Former Georgia governor candidate Stacey Abrams delivered the Democratic response. She spoke on the perseverance of Americans, climate change, health care, voter suppression, and her disagreements of the wall.
A few days ago, rapper 21 Savage was reportedly taken into custody by the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, also known as ICE, for allegedly being in the United States illegally. The rapper was pulled over on the day he was taken into custody for driving recklessly and slamming fully into a marked cop car. Later on, was also discovered that 21 Savage was carrying a fully loaded gun in his glove compartment at the time of his arrest. It is unclear how ICE got involved. However, 21 is being accused of overstaying his stay in the United States and is allegedly from the United Kingdom with an expired visa. Many of his fans, family, and friends are and have been supporting him since he was arrested. There is a petition going around to stop the deportation of 21 Savage, and rapper Jay-Z has even hired a defense team to fight for 21 through his legal battle.
Rape and sexual violence has been on the rise in Sierra Leone for the past 3 years. President Julius Maada Bio recently declared a national emergency due to these crimes. In light of these cases involving minors and Fatima Bio, First Lady of Sierra Leone, and activist shouts for stricter punishment for the perpetrators of sexual violence, Bio has enforced new laws. Suspects found guilty of rape could face life imprisonment, and he has directed all public hospitals to provide free medical services for victims of sexual assault.
On February 8th, the students, staff, and faculty members of Frederick Douglass High School in Baltimore, Maryland went into emergency building shutdown, later on being forced to exit the building after reports of shooting. The victim was a 56-year-old male working as the school's hall monitor at the time of the shooting. He was shot in his lower torso and hospitalized in serious but stable condition, police say. The suspect was a 25-year-old male visitor at the school. It was told by police that the visitor and the employee got into an argument when gunshots went off. The suspect was taken into custody not long after the shooting by officers that were already working inside the building during the incident. The students, staff, and everyone else in the building were safe.
On to good news. On February 6th, Indiana County Representative Jim Struzzi announced the Pennsylvania House of Representatives Scholarship. This scholarship will be offered every year to 2 graduating high school seniors for post-secondary education. They will be awarded a 4-year scholarship to cover tuition and fees. The students must be legal Pennsylvania residents who plan to attend a 4-year college, university, or career school in Pennsylvania full-time. Leadership qualities, community involvement, and extracurricular activities are considered. Students must have maintained a minimum 3.0 cumulative GPA their entire high school career to be eligible for this scholarship. To apply, please visit www.repstruzzi.com and click on House Scholarship Information. Once again, the website is www.repstruzzi.com. Current senior application deadline is March 1st.
I know most of us have heard of the hit show The Walking Dead, but I'm sure you did not know that the AMC series has hired actresses and actors whether they can hear or not. Yes, you heard me right. Walking Dead star Lauren Ridloff opens up about being the first deaf actor in the AMC series history. Lauren started off as being a huge fan of the show before joining the cast for season 9. Ridloff started off as a kindergarten teacher watching The Walking Dead whenever she could. She began acting professionally in 2017 with Broadway Children of the Lesser God. The Tony-nominated actress sent her tape to casting in hopes of appearing on the post-apocalyptic series of The Walking Dead. Ridloff said she never dreamt of landing the gig, but ended up playing the role of Connie, who uses American Sign Language to communicate and is deaf, as Ridloff is in real life.
Thank you all for watching. Stay tuned for Hawk Sports. We'll see you next time on
Hawk
News.
News.
Hawk Talk. IUP. It's Hawk Talk. It's Hawk Talk. Work hard. It's Hawk Talk. It's Hawk Talk. It's Hawk Talk. Spread the word. It's Hawk Talk. We all about it. Look, Hawk Talk. Spread diversity. Gonna make it happen for the students is our destiny. This is how we better IUP and community. Hawk Talk, bring the culture together, it's like community. Conclusively, we work together better as one. Let's make a change and do it big and get the mission done. It's Hawk Talk, so make sure that you tell somebody. We gotta stay connected, educate everybody. It's Hawk Talk. It's Hawk Talk. It's Hawk Talk. It's Hawk Talk. It's Hawk Talk.